All right, y'all. So listen here. For the first, maybe about 10 minutes, the other two co-hosts are joining in a little bit, but we got to talk about House of the Dragon, Season 2, Episode 1. If you've watched it, if not, and you don't plan to watch it, I'm just going to let you know now. We're going to talk about some spoilers real quick, but y'all, House of the Dragon Season 2, off to a burning start, guys. I mean, seriously, I did not expect it to get this dark this quick, to see Daemon scheming already, picking up from basically the very end of Season 1. But what's going on? I see I've got Laser in the chat. What's up, man? Good to see you. And my good cousin Braylon. Good to see you, man. In the chat here. And Didge, what's going on, man? Yeah, House of the Dragon Season 2. Off to a heck of a start, man. Listen, I just did not expect House of the Dragon to go like that last 10 minutes, y'all. I did not expect, first of all, the perspective of random characters. I didn't expect us to just get these guys that Daemon hired to kill Aemon to kill Aemon Targaryen, and then they ended up killing the child. That was absolutely crazy to me, man. Like, I just didn't understand where they were going to start this out. I thought maybe we were going to get a slightly chill episode. No way. Nope. But to start us off, guys, we got the beginning of the episode where we see a great meeting between Cregan Stark and Lucerys Targaryen. I'm so happy that we got that meeting between them and we got to see the Starks pull them back into this, guys. So very happy to see them, man. I mean, the Starks haven't really been in this series at all. I mean, I think they had a few appearances and mentions in the first season, but didn't really get to see them that much in that first season. So glad to see them and glad to see us start calling out by name. Man, that's so cool. So cool, man. I really enjoyed this piece of the episode, getting to see the news of Luke be told to Jacaerys. That was crazy because Jacaerys, man, that was, whew. I mean, seeing Lucerys die at the end of the last season was like, okay, we know things are heating up. Now we see Jacaerys get the news, and that's even bigger, man. Yeah, I thought it was going to set us up as well, Tidge. I thought we were going to get an ease into this very slowly, very chill. I thought we were just going to creep into this, man, but nah, we have already had a sizzling hot episode. We then head to King's Landing, and we get to see both a perspective of Team Black and Team Green, and I like that we established where both are right now. We get to see Damon bickering with Rainey's, trying to fly with him down to secure more support. And then we also get to see where Rhaenyra's at. She just got the news about Luke and his death. Man, that hit her so hard that she's like buried in grief right now. So sad to see the rightful queen looking like this, guys. But we get a moment in the episode, later in the episode, where she says, "Bring me Aemond Targaryen." And I was like, I know that's right. Bring her Aemond, because for peace sake, man, let's get this man a head on a spike, okay? But man, so far, I'm really enjoying the episode. Damon, later on in the episode, gets his crime hoodie on and uses that crime hoodie to commit more crimes. This man hired 2 assassins, or a few assassins at least, to try to take care of Aemond Targaryen. And I knew that wasn't going to go right. I already knew, man. Yep, her only line all episode. Good point. Yeah, I didn't even really notice that. She barely talks the whole episode, and then she talked this episode, and that was it. It was just bring me Aemond. Love that. Hey, what's going on, Nolan Mitzel? Looks like you're one of Laser's friends. Welcome. Thanks for coming. Yeah, dude. I will say this about House of the Dragon. There hasn't been one episode yet that has disappointed me. We also got to see, of course, catch up with Alicent. Y'all, we get to the freaking point, like the very first scene we see with Alicent in this episode. Sir Crispin is up in there, up in the legs, y'all. I was like, wow, this man is tending to the high garden. Okay, that was crazy, man. Like I didn't think they were gonna just jump right up into the stuff, but they did. So. Hilarious way to start that episode, and honestly, a hilarious way to really bring Alicent back into the story, being a traitor per usual, and Sir Kristen being a traitor as well. But man, listen, guys, the acting in this episode crazy good as well. Emma Darcy's great. Just her use of expressions in this episode, because like you were saying, Didge, there's no dialogue from Rhaenyra besides "Bring me Aemond Targaryen," and I'm like, okay, for her to just have these expressions and to really embody the grief of this character, very well acted by Emma Darcy. Great acting, of course, per usual, from Matt Smith. Olivia cooked. She always does. Man, great performance by the cast. It's man, I do miss Patty Considine from the first season, but we already know. Viserys is dead, but man, that was a fantastic performance he put up in the penultimate episode of last season. It was either 8 or 9. Y'all remind me. I think it was episode 8. But so far, House of the Dragon season 2 is off to a sizzling start, guys. In the episode, Daemon makes a deal to have Aemond killed, and then the shit hits the fan, y'all. Things go wrong. They kidnap the wrong person. They kidnap the queen's sister. Not even they don't even get the right person. They get the sister, so they get a woman, and then they kill one of the baby Targaryens. That was just crazy, man. Crazy ending to the episode. Crazy ending to the first episode of this season. So, guys, I will admit I really am loving House of the Dragon so far. Like I said, great acting, fantastic, huge set pieces. I mean, this show's budget, man, like they make great use of the dragons and what I liked about this episode is we got to see a scene of like a dragon flying in, and we got to see the townspeople kind of like scared by the dragon. I thought that was cool to show the scope and scale of how dragons appear and look in this episode, or in this world. I'm sorry. And it just, man, it was fucking awesome. That's all I gotta say about House of the Dragon episode 1. Awesome, sizzling, on fire. Y'all, I had a blast with this episode. And y'all gotta let me know what you think about how next episode looked, because I saw that trailer at the end of the episode. Guys, it's looking good. Let's just say we got a very dark ending, a great reestablishment of the characters. We also got a small piece of Corlys and seeing him still hold up the blockades of the other cities that are trying to, I think he's in Dragonstone and other couple places creating blockades. So really, really good first episode. And I can't wait to see where the season takes us, guys. Like, this series pretty much made me forget about season 8. Maybe not completely forget about season 8 of Game of Thrones, but it made me just be okay with where things went with season 8 for Game of Thrones. Not a great season, by far, but very, very, very good series. House of the Dragon season 2, episode 1. Great start. Off to a fantastic start, guys. Very, very, very good start. But y'all, let me know your thoughts down in the comments. If you've been watching House of the Dragon, how we feeling about the next episode? Maybe there might, I don't know, y'all. I might start a show on here like on Mondays and maybe talk about it. We can talk spoilers. So then most of the people in here will be talking spoilers, House of the Dragon. So maybe we'll kind of separate the streams out. But this first one, I just winged it for about 10 minutes while the others are coming in and just talked a little House of the Dragon. So, but next one, I think we're probably just going to go ahead and do a separate stream, maybe Mondays, guys. So stay tuned. Maybe we'll have a House of the Dragon show. But y'all, now we're going to get into the actual show, the Roundup, y'all. So we got a lot to talk about this evening, including Inside Out 2 in the box office that literally has ignited the movie industry. I mean, seriously, this opening here, whoo, y'all, it is like the highest global opening, I want to say, of like an animated movie. And it is the second highest domestic opening ever of an animated movie, behind only Incredibles 2. So crazy record breaker here this weekend. We also got more news to talk about, including the Blade director. But y'all, I got my man, my co-host with the most. Happy Father's Day, Loretto. What's going on, bro? How you doing?
Hey, so glad to be back, guys. It's a beautiful, beautiful Sunday in California. A little bit windy, but I just won a game of 2 Square with my son.
Aww.
He don't know what hit him. It's Father's Day, baby.
You didn't let him win, Lo?
Well, to be fair,
dads, he's like, I won.
to be fair, I've been on like a 4 to 5 game losing streak. Oh, so this was for all the dads. This was for pride. I couldn't let him take another one. I couldn't.
Got the Father's Day. He's like, I got that Father's Day victory in me, bro.
No, it was funny because I got out on the lead and he was like, "What's going on?" I was like, "It's Father's Day, baby."
Oh, look, Laser didn't know you were a dad.
Yeah, man. It's a beautiful thing, and I know a lot of people don't think it when they see me, but I'm very proud and I'm very happy.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Happy Father's Day to you, my friend. Awesome that you got to spend some time with your son. And man, we got some stuff to talk about, bro. That Inside Out, what a crazy story, right? I mean,
yeah.
I don't know if you got the chance to see the movie, but we did talk about the first one and just how this franchise really has almost, and I'm totally quoting my friend from Twitter, PJ. I want to say his name is PJ Campbell over on Twitter, but we also talked about it as well. This is like this generation's Toy Story a little bit. You know, Inside Out is kind of bringing and riling in this generation of new fans of Pixar, man.
Yeah.
Inside Out is incredible how it's happening, isn't it?
What's interesting is I knew it was going to do well, but I didn't know it was going to do that well. I mean, I think I read somewhere it was the biggest premiere since Barbie, right?
Since Barbie, man. And
so that's been a while. So, you know, it was almost a full year. So, Didge said, that's how you do it. His dad didn't let him win either, but when he did win, it was glorious. And then he also said, Happy Father's Day. Thank you, Didge.
Ooh. Or for best dad bod. Dang, Laser.
I know. And Braylon, hello. Thank you, sir. How you doing?
What's up, cuz? But yeah, we actually saw with him and our grandfather today. We all saw Bad Boys Ride or Die. That was my second time seeing it. The theater was pretty packed, man. Like,
yeah,
it was full.
So okay, when we get to the post, we got a lot of fun stuff to talk about, man. This has been a really good last couple of weeks.
What a great last few weeks, man. And it makes it hopeful for the summer of movies. There's going to be more box office wins, man. But
to be fair, I mean, maybe Furiosa wasn't it, but I thought when Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes went off and then we started going into this weekend, I kind of thought that's where we would have been already. Like, I thought we already would have been in that flow, but now we're here. But now we're here. So
we're like we hit that groove. I think definitely hit that groove with Bad Boys. Like, it was like Bad Boys came out, and now what we're seeing now is what the box office usually does, where it's like, okay, there's some movies for adults, there's some movies for kids. They both have legs and ride out and have some success. But yeah, we'll quickly move into this first segment here. Yeah, man. Time for
Always.
movies and shows of the week, baby. We're gonna talk some shows and movies. And Lo, what you been watching this week, man?
Oh man, honestly, I'm a little behind. I've been watching Inside Out. I watched it twice. I was gonna see it today, hopefully after the stream. Also though, today I started The Alkalite.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
I
far,
missed the boat. I missed the boat when it premiered. When did it premiere? Like 2 weeks ago, something like that.
yeah, I think it was. I think it was 2 weeks ago. They had 2 episodes. I think. Yeah, 2 weeks
Yeah.
ago. Yeah.
So I'm 1.5 episodes in. Really interesting way to kick off the show. Interesting pacing. I don't love it yet, but I'm intrigued. I like the world building. I like these diverse new characters. It's cool seeing Daphne Keane again.
I know.
I was like looking, I was like, she looks hella familiar. And it said Daphne Keane. I was like, yo, it's X-23. So that's cool seeing her in another project. And I really like Amandla Sternberg. I like her energy. It's just, man, they really just throw you in there, huh? Like that first scene, and then what happens, and I'm just like, wow, okay, well. So I'm curious to see where this takes us. So
Yo, Carrie-Ann Moss pulling this Matrix Star Wars crossover vibe going on. We got some hand-to-hand combat in Star Wars. I was like, what is going on? I'm loving it. Really love that fight choreography in that scene. I will say there's been some complaints about episode 3, but it's just a lore-heavy episode, and there's some stuff that happens in episode 3 that maybe people didn't love, but I didn't have an issue with none of that. But guys, we got another co-host pulling up in the house. What's going on, Eliana? How are you?
I'm good. Today's my handy woman day. Happy Father's Day to me. Because I came home, it's troubleshooting, baby. Now the toilet's got an issue. There's not enough water pressure, but you know what? We vibe and we jive. It's all good.
Oh my gosh, are you okay?
We're good. Yeah, there's still water. There's just apparently not enough water pressure because remember I was telling you about the blackouts and shit?
Yeah.
Not enough water pressure from the water plant. So luckily we have backup water. We showered. It's okay. I thought it was a plumbing problem. Turns out it wasn't. It's just a situation. It's a city crisis going on, but we're okay. We're okay.
Puerto Rico
Whatever
okay?
happens. What?
I said, is Puerto Rico okay?
Oh my god, my headphone disconnected.
Oh.
My headphones were uncharged because of the power outages, but it's okay. Hopefully I can still hear.
Ooh wee.
Okay, we're back. Yep. Ooh wee. But you know what? I'm caught up on the Acolyte is what I am.
Okay. Did you like episode 3?
I think it was an episode. I don't know.
Uh-oh.
I don't know. I wasn't as impressed. I think because of the action that we had in the first 2 episodes, and then we just kind of dialed it back pacing wise. I really like the witches. I really like this lore and this dynamic that's going on. I just feel like, and I know they're doing it on purpose, I just feel like there's something else going on that they're just still not giving us. We still it's still a wait and see sort of situation with the intrigue. Because, it started off as a flashback and I was like, oh, okay, so we're going to find out obviously what happened. Mm-hmm. It's like we did and we didn't at the same time. So yeah, that's where I'm at with that episode. It was very much a tease for what's to come in the next few episodes, but we still get a lot more insight into who May is and who her sister is. Oh my god, her name. I keep thinking Osha.
Yeah.
So this whole dynamic, I genuinely thought we were going back to they're a dyad in the Force sort of a situation. Could still be that case. I think it's really cool. I think that's one of the few things I really like about the last.
Oh wait, Lo ain't on the 3rd episode. Not too soon.
I'm so sorry.
Hey, it's all
Look
good.
those up.
I have
No,
no
I'm
idea what you're talking
speculating.
about.
Genuinely, this isn't
Oh.
a spoiler. This is me speculating, like putting
Okay,
on my
okay. I
tinfoil
just
hat.
making sure we don't
None of
spoil
this.
below over there.
No. This is me, like with a tinfoil hat. There's no reason for like me to believe this, and there's no evidence other than whoa, they're twins. You know?
You
That's
know,
just
we need to get you an actual tinfoil hat to wear on the show.
do.
We like
Tin
signs.
Do. How fun would
We
that
all
be?
wear one.
Do. I need to make one. I need to make one with the foil in the kitchen. But yeah, definitely lore heavy. But I enjoyed it. I just didn't enjoy it as much as the first two episodes for like just obvious pacing reasons.
Yeah, it does kind of.
I get it.
A screeching halt on you. Like it's like we're in the midst of this like
Yeah,
mystery.
we had a rhythm going.
We're uncovering things. Like you're
Mhm.
slowly starting to believe. Okay, what did the Jedi do? Because we get to the second episode. And May is running around talking about she has unfinished business. You're like, okay, so what's going on there? And then we kind of like hit the brakes a little. But at least it gives us a little bit of backstory on all this stuff that's going on, because it's like Lo was saying, they kind of just throw you into it. So it's just kind of like, okay, reeling us back a little and giving us a little bit of context as to what's going on. I think was an episode that needed to happen. Maybe it could have been the second episode and we could have put the first two together, but it definitely needed to happen.
For sure. I honestly, I'm into it. My big buenas noche, Anthony.
What's going on, Marvel Latin News?
I'm not sure if we said hi to him yet, but what's up, Marvel Latin News?
What up, Anthony?
Anthony, viva Puerto Rico, in the dark, you know. Estamos sin luz, pero no sin ganas.
Loretto looking at hell.
Yeah, no, I think I was tweeting. I was.
But yeah, so far, Alkalite been pretty interesting. I gotta ask y'all though, have y'all watched The Boys? Have y'all watched The Boys season 4?
I have to see The Boys, but I had the blackout. I didn't have power at night. And then when I did have power, guess what I did? I saw Bridgerton.
Oh man, Bridgerton.
I made a choice. I had to finish. It was part 2.
Gotta get on The Boys.
I know she needed some of that.
I need the sexy bacon. The sexy bacon. I needed it. I needed it right here. Because I remember when I said I read the book and the book was garbage. That was my redemption. I needed to know if they did it better than the book, and they did. It was so entertaining. I did it working remotely. Saw the last 4 episodes during my work day. Lovely, delicious, wonderful time. 10 out of 10. Nicola, the woman that you are, a member. She is a self-proclaimed member of the Perfect Breast community, and I respect her. She is so funny. She is
the what?
Yes. Okay. So
wait. The what?
He's going ham right now.
Wait. What did you? The perfect what?
The
perfect nipple
breast community. So here's the thing. No. Here's the thing. So Nicola is like a thicker girl, and at a live premiere, like I think 2 weeks ago, last week, some journalist was like, "Oh my god, I was so brave of you to be like showing your body, like her not thin body, her fat body on camera. Like, how did you do it?" And she was like, so she decided to troll this person. It's like, oh yeah, I just know it's so difficult being as a part of the Perfect Breast community. We really need that representation in media right now, because this girl was coming at her with like some fat phobia. Like, it's so brave for you to show your fat body just by existing. So she's took a spit on it, and she said, yeah, because we need more perfect breast representation. And it's genuinely generated the press for itself. Bridgerton season 3 is like a huge hit because of this press tour. Truly. So Nicola,
I love that energy, but also like, the audacity of that reporter.
Oh yeah,
that's
it's so
awful thing to
your size 10 body, because she's plus size, but she's also not even size 20. Like, it's just so ridiculous. Like, how dare she not be a size 2? Like, how brave of her to be naked on camera on a show where nudity is very common. So she is very brave, so brave.
That's goofy. That journalist should be
It
feeling
is
embarrassed.
goofy as all hell.
Goofy.
Uh-oh, look, Loretto
Yeah.
looked interested in the perfect nipple.
Hey,
Oh,
I appreciate
Hey.
all forms.
dude,
Perfect.
man, it was great. It was so well done. It was tasteful. It was tasteful. It
I
was
have to watch
elegant.
this.
I like how it shot. It was very good. So two
Hey,
thumbs up for
Bridgerton's
me.
giving her that energy right now. I love it. She's just
I
pleased.
am.
Like,
No, I'm so
But this
hyped.
is why I
satisfied.
need.
It
I
was
need her to start the boys,
compelling.
so she can
I
be
gotta
about
start the
like
boys. I'm gonna
yeah, like
carry
this is
that
about the
energy
boys.
onto the boys. I needed to close that chapter so that I can properly start the
Properly
boys.
open the
But
boys
it's
up.
also
'Cause
like we just got what, 2 episodes out right now?
we got 3
Three?
episodes of season 4, y'all, and I'm just gonna
Good
tell you guys
Lord.
now. I finished the season. It is a great season, full of just crazy moments, like blow your head up moments that I definitely didn't see coming. There's some crazy shit that happens in this season, and they even take like one episode. It almost just feels like a crazy horror movie that they really just wanted to pull off in one episode. It is a fantastic season. They get really deep into the politics this season, like they really echo the real
it's
life
election year.
politics. And you know what? It's not only about the politics, they also echo a lot of like the movie industry. So they make jokes about WB and how what WB did with Batgirl. They make like references to that stuff. They're just very on the nose when it comes to echoing real life and making references to this industry and many other geek industries. But man, The Boys season 4, another fantastic season of this show. Lo, I need you to start it, man. It's a great show so far. Season 4, another
Wait,
gore-filled,
like
hasn't
none
started.
of the boys?
Poor guy hasn't started at all. Lo, you got
I just
Oh,
I missed the
God.
boat. I just when it was big, I wasn't into it, and then another season happened, and then people are like, "You don't watch this show," and I'm just
Sorry,
I'm
bud.
sorry, guys. I
No,
don't know.
Lo don't know Homelander. Don't know Billy Butcher.
My
Gotta get y'all, man.
God.
Gotta get y'all, man.
Hey, I will
Yeah.
say this: I am happy for Carl Urban. I think he's great. I've been a fan of his since he was Aomer in Return in Two Towers. So I know, Mike. I know.
But yeah, we get 2 new characters this season, Firecracker and Sister Sage. And Sister Sage has like basically her powers. She's the smartest individual in the world, and the way they depict that power is super cool. And Firecracker, I think, Mike, doesn't she just kind of have like the usual super strength hair? I don't think she has like a specific power unless I'm
I would
remembering
have thought
wrong.
she would have been like a Jubilee type.
She's like they're essentially 2 new members of the 7, and the way that they're interweaved in the plot is super cool. Just a really good season all in all. But Homelander, if you thought he was crazy before this season, you're gonna be like, okay, this dude is a complete nut. Anthony
Thanks for joining us, Nolan.
Anthony Starr literally puts on a clinic acting this season. I mean, that man might be one of the best actors in TV right now.
Tops, like he always finds a way to like take it to the next level. Like each season just genuinely goes crazier and crazier, and every season I go in like, oh, it's probably, what could they possibly come up with? And then season 3, the episode 1 came along, and I was like, well, I can never underestimate this series ever. So I'm going in, I'm prepared. I'm gonna like sit down tomorrow and I'm gonna catch up.
Yeah, you're gonna feast. Yeah, so she's MAGA Jubilee. That's what I thought.
That
But yeah,
statement
super
alone
MAGA,
pisses me
super
off.
Good Lord.
Yeah. Oh yeah, guys.
I don't want to hear that.
They go all the way with like the MAGA stuff and like all the they really echo the election. So it's going.
It got to a point where like, okay, the conservative white boys are not understanding that we're making fun of them. We're gonna have to be.
They're not. There's geeks and gamers are going off. They're, oh my god, the boys are getting political, blah blah. It's like the people in the show are you. They're making fun of you.
This.
Crazy.
It's been like this since episode 1, bro.
Yep. Episode 1,
Crazy.
bro. Okay, we gotta talk real quick about some movies this week. We all watched Inside Out 1 and 2. Only 2 of us watched 2. But okay, so let's dial back time real quick. How do we all feel about Inside Out 1, and how do we feel about the impact it's had in terms of the Pixar catalog? Because Inside Out 2 was already making waves. I feel like Inside Out is like this generation's Toy Story, or could be. I mean, let's be real. 2 having such success right now, I feel like they can really make Inside Out 3 pretty easily based on this premise. How we feeling about that, Lo? The impact of Inside Out. When you gonna see Inside Out 2? And just take us back to how you feel about the first film.
I might just buy my ticket right now. I'm trying to see it tonight. No, I definitely want to see it. Finish off the weekend strong for them, even though they don't really need my dollar. They've made their money. As someone that didn't love the first one initially, and it really grew on me, I think you're onto something in a sense that, Toy Story started in 95. We're talking about 20 years later, 2015. This is that type of film for that next generation. And it is the type of film that if you're a kid and you see Inside Out and you're like 5 or 6, you will grow up with Riley essentially, or even like in the older range, like 8, 9, 10, you watch this with Riley, you're going to grow with her, and we're going to see the third one. Like we were saying, Leo, I think there's a lot of potential to see like almost like her entire life cycle. We could see her in college. We could see her as a parent. I think there's so many cool things they could do to expand on this concept and just kind of grow with her emotional journey as we have seen through her eyes. So
absolutely, I think there's so much potential to expand this franchise. I mean, it's just Riley a different age every single movie. You could just go to college the next one, or it could even be adult the next one, and it's Riley's child. There's so many avenues you could go with this in the sequel. But let's talk about Inside Out 2, because I think we got some different opinions here, but we love it. We love to chat movies, y'all. Inside Out 2. Ileana, you saw it this week. How'd you feel about Inside Out 2? Let us know. What'd you think?
I started... Okay.
No spoilies. No spoilies.
Exactly. Like, first act, howling. Like, I was having a lot of fun with it. It was very funny. Definitely, very much the vibe that the trailer was communicating.
Yeah.
So really like the introduction of these new characters, new emotions. Really like how we contextualized Riley in this new stage of her life, of her childhood transitioning into adolescenthood. This whole conversation around puberty, which is something that we touched on with Pixar's Turning Red. So we're touching on this again. It's very much a universal experience. So I really enjoyed the humor that Inside Out 2 brings to this experience. I just couldn't really dig into it as much as I could with the first one. I couldn't. There's just something about it, without spoilers, something about it that felt a little bit jumbled. It didn't really, I think it was just too many moving parts, which is like something that a lot of people say, but it feels like the right term to describe how I felt when I left that theater. I was like, damn, we really had something. There was something here to say, but I feel like the way that we went about it was a little bit just not organized. It felt kind of wonky. And as a result, for me personally, the emotionally pivotal, what was supposed to be that emotional pivotal scene just really didn't hit for me. I was just kind of sat there like, damn, am I heartless? Because it just did again. Though I'm kind of in Lowe's boat, like with the first one, I didn't love or adore it the first time I saw it. Like it took me a couple watches to really get into it and see what
y'all really don't like Bing Bong, huh? Yeah.
No, I enjoy Bing Bong. The one, it's the journey. It's so for some reason like this whole like Inside Out lore. For some reason, my brain just doesn't fall in love with it and connect with it immediately. Like it takes a minute. I think I just buffer with it, and that's okay. I accept that. So I wasn't like a super huge fan of Inside Out 2 because of that, but I totally get and I love that people are connecting with it the way that they are. Like I think that's great and awesome, and honestly a little bit surprising to see how well it's doing in terms of the box office, which is honestly encouraging. Oh, 45.
Inside Out 2, 45 times.
That letterbox, the letterbox log has been smashed.
No, those are all some very fair criticisms, because I do think the second act kind of veers off a little. Like we kind of get to a certain point in the journey where I felt that too. I felt there was a little bit of like maybe a slight disconnect sometimes. But I think for me at least, I'd like this concept of separating the emotions out into these characters and the way that they are personified. I find at least to be very, honestly, very realistic, especially anxiety and when they take that character, because I feel, especially those that struggle with anxiety, I feel that you can feel that loss of control. And I can see where they took it in that movie to where, in my opinion, it just physically even just feels so close to home and so well depicted. But even beside the messaging, the animation is just gorgeous, I think. I love how every single emotion has their own texture and has their own vibe and vibrant color palette to every single
It's like
one.
they're vibrating constantly.
Yeah.
Like they're not even still. It was very interesting.
Joy's got kind of like a glow and kind of like a powdery texture. And then Sadness obviously has the little sad kind of teardrop shape. And then Disgust is green like broccoli with all these different shades. It's just like every character has these very particular textures to them that just shine in both movies. And I really think, I'm trying to think, I'm like, it might be top, I don't know, maybe I can't say that, maybe top 3 Pixar franchises for me. It's like Toy Story, I think Toy Story, Incredibles, and then this. I mean, I love this movie, man. I might even have to put this above Incredibles.
It's crazy because I never imagined it to be a franchise, especially now 9 years later.
Yeah.
Seeing how other people are connecting to it, like I never saw. I just generally didn't see that future for Inside Out in terms of like multiple sequels. Like when they came out with, Inside Out 2, I was like, oh, that's it's been a minute. That's a choice. And then like with the concept and seeing how we can actually like get more story out of it, like it lends itself to another film. And definitely like we did with Toy Story, we had Andy as a kid, Andy as an adolescent, and then last one we had Andy go to college. So it's definitely following a formula. And you know what? If it ain't broke, I would just really love to see, and this is just me personally, I think I would really love to see an opportunity for Pixar to be a little bit more open to Riley, like, and connecting with her emotions maybe as a teenager, and maybe having that queer experience and having that emotional journey that a queer person could go through, especially when you're in high school, perhaps. Like I feel like that's an opportunity that we could really explore with Riley. I know Disney is going to be homophobic and Disney's not going to go, all out with that, but I feel like it is something that you could treat in a like kid-friendly way, and it would still feel like really genuine. Because I, with the trailers, like genuinely thought that Val, like the girl with the with the red stripe in her hair from the trailers alone, I was like, oh, that's a crush. Like the way she's looking at her, that is like the epitome of a childhood crush. And I would love to see that for Riley, but obviously we don't really have that focus here in this movie. But I don't know. I feel like it's an opportunity that would really drive it home for me, and I would definitely get very teary-eyed if we kind of touched on this experience in like a third sequel.
Yeah, I wish I had faith in Pixar and Disney to make that happen. I just don't, to be honest. Just because, like, I thought that too. That's where I thought it was going.
Right?
Oh yeah, well, I just feel like Disney and Pixar, man, they're just so weird about that. And it's dumb. I wish they could. I mean, look at Nimona. Look at how successful a movie like Nimona was on Netflix. That movie was very successful. It touched a lot of people. I'm like, Disney didn't want to pick it up for the obvious reasons, but I don't think the movie like that would be unsuccessful. Especially, I think Disney and Pixar would be making a very positive statement by making a movie with those themes and experiences.
For sure. Especially considering now that Inside Out now we can consider a successful franchise.
Yep.
Like monetarily. So
because 3 is
There's a
coming.
lot of positive factors contributing to this. To at least, I'm not saying give her a girlfriend. If you want to be super subtle about it, fine. But like, at least let her, let that be a part of her, chaos of going from teenager to adult and like realizing, wait, things are not how I had it in this like little box that was in my head. Like things are even more complicated as time goes on. New emotions arise, and they're all, running around like, like we see in the movie, just fighting with each other, and that's it. Like that's the complexity of the human experience, which is something that I really enjoyed that they touch on in this movie. Again, execution wise, I may not agree with every choice made, but I do love that central message being like, not everything is as simple as it seems, and it's okay.
Yeah, and I think you find a little bit of that here, but I think this movie in my opinion also really hits a core message of all emotions make you, but they don't control you, in the sense that you are an individual. You're not just joy, you're not just happy, you're not just anger, you're a mixture of your own concoction of all. And I like that. I think that was another, in my opinion, just another valuable lesson to teach kids, just like the first one hit on that message of it's okay to be sad. It's okay to be unhappy, to experience the true happiness. I think this one hits on the it's okay to experience emotions even outside of those core ones, and to know that this is a grand blend. You are a grand blend of it all. You're an individual outside of these things. You're not just sadness. You're not just joy. You're not just one. You're a blend. So I like that, because at first I was almost like, is it trying to say that you like anxiety is bad? It's like, no, anxiety is in that mix too. So I liked that. I thought that was a cool way of roping in that character as well. And honestly, Maya Hawke, great as anxiety. I wish we got more of the new emotions though. I wish we got more of the new emotions, but you know what? I don't want to spoil too much. I know we got
that's why I've been like,
yeah, I'm like,
because I could dig in, because Ayo, oh my god.
She's so good.
Phenomenal voice actress. But I'm not shocked. Phenomenal though. I love her. I love her teeny tiny little character.
Little envy.
So cute. Every time she would hop up on the little counter. Oh my god. I love her. Love her. I wish we had a little bit more of that dynamic.
Yes, agreed. I was like, oh, I don't want to dive too deep into spoilers, but
yeah, I know, because again, it has like there are parts of this movie I really, really like. I do enjoy.
Yes.
Again, it's just how we get there. That's all. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
But speaking of Inside Out 2, we might as well kick off our next segment.
All right. It's that time, y'all. Let's check that box office pulse. And our box office hearts are pumping. Inside Out 2 breaks records. Biggest Pixar premiere and the biggest global opening weekend ever for an animated film, with a explosive 155 million domestic haul, the best of 2024 so far. It beats Dune 2. It was the best opening weekend since Barbie last year. Wow. Welcome back, Pixar. Inside Out 2 just knocked it out of the park. A home run, something that not just Pixar, but I think Disney needed as well. And holding really strong, and not to be discounted, Bad Boys Ride or Die is doing really well. They're holding steady with 33 mil this weekend. They opened at #1 last weekend. And correct me, I didn't see the exact numbers on the budget, but Bad Boys made their money back, right? And then some. Like they're like already in
100 million.
Yeah, so they're at like what, 200 globally, something like that. Like,
yeah,
almost.
They're making that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, no, so hell yeah, Bad Boys back in the box office, So they still got it. I'm so happy for them, and I kind of ran out of room, you guys. But to round out the top 5, Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes is still here, guys. They're at #3, which is really good. They're global.
Crazy.
Like, they've got legs, and people are still coming out for the apes. I love to see it. #4, I believe, was the Garfield movie, and then #5 was The Watchers. And they're not making a lot of money, but The Watchers is just hanging around. Some people are kind of curious about M. Night Daughter's mystery based on the book thing she's got going on. I didn't love it myself, but it was
Yeah.
an interesting
Mm-mm.
watch. but like, we were saying this in the intro, like, wow, we are back. We are back. 155 mil for Inside Out 2. I didn't see that coming. That is insane. Bad Boys Ride or Die is killing it. I was actually worried how they would fare, and they're doing great. So let me throw this up to you, Illy. How do you feel about these past 2 weeks? Do you think we're back, or do you just think this is the start of a promising summer season?
I definitely think it's a start of a promising summer season. I think genuinely we just had to let it cook. A lot of people were still, getting over the holiday weekend that we had with Memorial Day. People were still like finishing out classes. So like now that we have more of these, I guess, crowd pleaser, family friendly like events happening at the movies, especially with Inside Out 2, people are turning up to the movies truly. And I think this was the case for Pixar to play it safe in a smart way. People really enjoy the first Inside Out movie. It's very beloved. Yes, I know. Why do you think I was like dying laughing with this slide?
Poor
This is
embarrassment.
crazy. This Photoshop
Irrigated.
job is elite. Not
Thank
to
you, thank
sidetrack
you.
entirely, but oh
I'm
my
gonna be
god.
honest. I spent a little time on this one. I was having fun with it.
No, I can tell. There is some care. There is a lot of care in this work. It is immaculate. And you pulled it up and I couldn't keep it together. That's so funny. But yeah, I digress. The box office is back. Like people are going to the movies. School's out. Summer's over. What time is it? I it's hot too.
And also, I gotta say, I like the
That
variety.
drives people to the movies. Yeah.
There's a lot
not
of
like one
variety right
tentpole.
now. And like, I'm gonna be honest, again, I haven't seen If yet, but people are still going to that movie. It's not in the top 5, but people are still watching If. They got Garfield. Now they have Inside Out 2. Like, there's a lot of options for families to just not to just see this, but there's other things. And then if you want to go see action,
Me 4 like coming soon too?
yeah,
That's
no, it
another
is.
big family like movie.
Yeah.
I think families have definitely been craving for some good movies that are,
Oh yeah.
I guess, quote unquote, like safe to take everyone to. You don't have to worry
Yeah.
about any ratings.
And then I think, we got Twisters and Deadpool around the corner, and I just feel like we're just gonna have a plethora of things to watch, and it'll be fun to see how these all fare, But Leo, man, did you see this coming? The best since Barbie, better than Dune 2?
So man, I didn't. I thought it was gonna have a good opening, but I did not see that coming. And you made a very good point about the variety going on right now. You've got Bad Boys Ride or Die, you've got Inside Out 2, Garfield, which I kind of feel like Inside Out has really taken that audience. But what's interesting, I want to see how Inside Out 2 is gonna leg out, man, because I'm like, okay, till July, they pretty much got the family audience. Until Despicable Me 4 comes out, they've got a whole month to run, man. I mean, this opening like this, I'm like, I could see 500, 600, 700 million run. I mean, I'm not gonna say billion, but I could see 500, 600, 700
if Elemental
million.
did it, Elemental did $500 million.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Not have this opening.
No, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, I think for sure Inside Out is going over 500, but I don't know about a bill, but it's definitely, I'm like, holy crap, 155 domestic. That's domestic. It was 290 global. That's just crazy. And I think I saw a stat that said it had only opened in 40% of international markets. So it's not even done overseas.
I was gonna say, so it has potential to really pop then. Like,
yeah, I wonder, I don't know. I gotta look it up. Has it opened in China?
I'm not sure about that.
I'll look it up. But Bad Boys Ride or Die. I was there with my grandfather and my cousin Braylon in the chat. What's up, man? We were there today watching Bad Boys Ride or Die.
Nice.
And the theater was pretty packed.
That's
for
awesome.
a Sunday. And the thing about Bad Boys Ride or Die, what's giving it legs, great Father's Day movie. It's
for sure
the only rated R action movie in theaters right now. So it's the one for the adults. It's got Will and Martin, who have great star power. I mean, the third Bad Boys made a ton of money at the box office. It's the franchise that Sony probably probably never expected to take off that really has.
So Larry
And
brings
then
up a good
Planet of
point
the
here.
Apes, man. Planet of the Apes going 8. Oh, what?
Oh yeah, no, I was just saying. No, saying what's up to Larry, Chili Boy. He's
What up,
saying it's
man?
like Inside Out 2 is opened in a pretty limited amount of markets, so it has a lot of potential to help, probably hit a bill.
I don't know.
So.
I don't know. I don't know that any movie's gonna hit 1 bill, but I'm happy to be wrong. I'm happy. To be wrong.
But you're saying though, hey, Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes is still hanging around, man. Like that's pretty awesome.
Hanging around, man. They're hanging on that branch. Them monkeys hanging around. They monkeying around, bro.
Yeah, they are.
Eagle Clan, climb.
Eagle Clan rise.
Eagle
Wait.
Clan.
Dude, my heart. Oh my god, when he said that, I was like, yes.
Yeah. Good movie. Good movie.
Yes.
It's been out for like a month, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
it's been out
the weekend before I saw Furiosa, and Furiosa was 2 weeks ago. So yeah,
Furiosa out of the top 5, guys. Furiosa.
What a wonderful day.
Yeah.
That's rough for Furiosa, though, ain't it? I mean,
the apes.
Yeah, no, so
Fury Road.
Tyler brings up a good point. Inside Out 2 completely outgrows Furiosa's entire box office run. That's nuts.
I genuinely think Furiosa's mistake was not the movie. I think maybe they just picked the wrong weekend to drop it. Yeah. I feel like Furiosa might have done a little bit better right smack bang in the middle of the summer. Like for 4th of July, maybe. Maybe.
Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe I don't know.
Because it was really sleepy in the theaters for Memorial Day weekend when I went to see it. Pretty much, it wasn't even just Furiosa. Like in general, the movie theaters like just barely had. Like I didn't see a lot of people.
You know, in retrospect, I feel like Memorial Day weekend was not the weekend for Furiosa. Like that's not what I would have thought of. Like that's not what I would have.
That's the thing.
The Cannes premieres
a little bit.
Because Elemental also debuted at Cannes and had a terrible
opening. Yeah.
And Indiana Jones too, remember? That was a big deal.
Indiana Jones.
But then again, Indiana Jones had a $200 million budget or some shit, $300 million budget or something.
Yeah, 300. You know, that was crazy.
So Furiosa, I wanted to say about putting it in the middle of the summer, I think it would have gotten cannibalized. Because you got so much coming out.
Even like 3 weeks before Deadpool.
Yeah, because I think Bad Boys is way more popular than we thought. Inside Out 2 coming out in that market, in that crowd, it probably wouldn't have done well, I don't think.
Yeah. Or at least I think it would have been good maybe like at the end of August, like maybe going into fall.
Yo, look at this stat. Inside Out 2 is made more than Encanto, Lightyear, and Wish in the entire theatrical run.
That's wild. But then again, so Encanto and Wish were having like the streaming thing because it was like streaming and in theaters.
Yeah, because we also have to consider the time that they came out because it was also like a very tumultuous time for like Disney animated movies, in particular Pixar movies, where you know, Luca, A Turning Red, A Soul just went straight to Disney Plus. So these are not.
Lightyear could have went straight to Disney Plus. I hate that.
I'm gonna be honest though.
Straight to Disney Plus, and I wouldn't have missed it.
I'm gonna be honest though, like as someone that didn't hate Lightyear, I cannot believe how bad it did. Like I thought it would at least make money based off the name.
Yeah, Laser. I bet you would also.
The name wasn't strong enough. I think it was a very big miscalculated step in marketing. That people do not care about Buzz Lightyear alone.
That's what it is.
His thing too.
We already had the series, the animated series on Disney Channel in the early 2000s. That was it. We were good.
Which one? Oh, the Lightyear series. Yeah.
Yeah, the Space Ranger series. It was adorable. It was cute. I saw it as a kid. People are not attached to Lightyear. They're attached to Toy Story. So it's just weird. It was just a very strange concept to get people to understand and wrap their heads around. Exactly. Yeah. People are confused. You can't sell a movie like that if people aren't even understanding what it is.
I think the funniest thing is the opening like segue, like this movie is what Andy would have watched as a child. Like that's
weird.
Like that's one way to introduce your movie.
Boys would make fun of. It feels like something they would like make a joke about in The Boys.
Like the fact that was like the introduction. It was like, okay, that's what this is.
Weird, strange concept, and
You
not
know
in,
what's
like,
weird
fun
is
way.
that same year. Do you guys remember a little movie called Strange World? What didn't that
Yeah,
come out
or
in the
Strange New
same
Worlds.
year?
Yeah, Strange Worlds. Brave.
Never
Yeah,
saw it.
I think Strange World came out in the same year as Lightyear, right?
It did. It
yeah,
did.
and they
Lightyear
both
came out
flopped.
in the
And they
summer.
both
Yeah,
flopped.
they did. Flopped really hard. Strange World came out in November, and I didn't catch that one because I was just so over it. I was so over it.
So, okay, if Inside Out 2, it's gonna dominate right now. And if Larry says it's probably
Sure.
gonna hit a bill, okay, I think it can hit a bill. Man, this brings a lot of hope, I'm sure, for Moana too, because it needed that extra kind of help. Oh,
Leo, Mike said Andy would have walked out of that boring ass.
He would have been like, I don't want to play with
Yeah.
you anymore.
You're like, I want Woody back.
that movie was pretty. Listen, I like Lightyear, man. I liked it, but I ain't clamoring to get back to Lightyear. I'm not just like, oh my god, I gotta rewatch Lightyear. Nah, it's okay. The one watch was okay.
So with that being said, though, guys, we've been on the pulse for way too long. Congratulations, Pixar. Congratulations, Inside Out 2. Go to the movies, everybody. This is a good time to go to the movies. Everybody go to the cinema. Let's kick off our round of stories by not fast forwarding through all of them. The upcoming MCU Blade film has lost its director, Jan Demange. The film was first announced in 2019. Guys, this was 5 years ago. This is our second director. This is our how many rewrites, Leo? I mean, how many writers have been on this project? Eight.
A lot.
8 writers, and they got a new one. I don't know. I didn't bother mentioning him because I'm just like, what's the deal? And no, I'm not doing a Jerry Seinfeld thing. Like, what is the deal with this movie? Like, what is the problem? And also, I wish I kind of added this into the slide. Wesley Snipes himself is like, Lordy, Lordy, Lord, like they can't find the secret sauce for Blade. And the fact that the Daywalker himself, Wesley Snipes, the OG, said it. Come on, man. Marvel, what is going on? What is going on? Leo, help me out here. I don't know.
Marvel actually still has faith that Blade is going to come out and do well. Marvel has confidence. They have faith. They think that Blade is, for whatever reason, they seem to have it in their head that they want Blade to be this great project. They're waiting. They're taking their time with Blade. I'm like, all right, get this out, man. Leo, the only one that's still, yeah, I sure do, man. I think Blade's coming out. Mahershala ain't walked, but all I got to say about Blade is the dadgum lawyer that came out already and said, oh, this is one of the sloppiest productions I've ever worked on. I'm like, man, we got to get this done, bro. Like, just hurry up and get it out. Hurry up. Jan Demange is the second director that we've lost. There's been about 10 writers. We already got a new writer in. I'm like, dude, they want to get it out in November 2025. It's probably not going to come out then. What are we doing? We got to get Blade out. We got to get it out, man. Get to work, Marvel. We got to get this out. It's probably not coming out November of next year.
Taking a sweet time sharpening it.
So, Illy, give us the sauce. Do we have a secret to why this is not working, or are we also just lost here?
A secret? Oh, why is it not working?
Or I was also thinking maybe she has a solution for the film.
Oh,
I say it should not be this difficult to take the concept of vampire, rated R, and Marvel and sell it. I think they are overcomplicating themselves. I think it's like just, it's a good story. It's a good character. It's a bit more niche. It's not going to be a Deadpool. Like, you just get that out of your head, Marvel. Like, just get that out of your head. It has an audience. People are going to watch Blade, but you can't overthink it. It's not that complicated of a concept. Just, you have all the source material. Stick to it. Keep it R. Move on. Let's turn the chapter here. Just make exactly, like, there's so many different formulas you can follow. You could follow inspiration from the original Blade movies. You can follow inspiration from John Wick. You can follow inspiration from fucking. I don't know if I want to say Interview with the Vampire because that's a little bit.
Blade did the club killing before John Wick. Like Blade was first with the club killing.
That's what I say. Like you have original movies that are cult classics. Like people do like them. So
you know what's interesting is I think maybe that's the problem. Maybe Marvel can't find the right tone. Like if they want to be like a little bit more humorous, a little bit more dark. I think they're having a hard time finding the balance. Maybe.
Yeah, it seems like it.
You gotta trust the camp. It's a camp. It can be campy and gory and fun. Like one of my favorite movies of all time is Van Helsing. You think that's a serious drama? No,
Van Helsing.
It's just fun. I love Van Helsing.
Another fellow Van Helsing defender. I love to see
Van
it.
Helsing Truther, one of my favorite movies.
Yes.
League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. It's like this dark universe, like campy, gothic kind of a vibe. Just lean into it. Just be a
Leo was like, League of Extraordinary Gentlemen.
I know.
Listen, I was like, all right, I'm following with the Van Helsing. Then you said Lee. I said, yee.
Yes, sir. You leave my 2003 vampire movies alone. These are
look, hold on. We're getting off the rails, but look, League of Extraordinary Gentlemen is not all bad. It's not all bad, but it's not Van Helsing though.
No.
I don't believe
because you know what?
Gentleman is
League
bad,
of Extraordinary Gentlemen came out in 2003, and then the year after it was Van Helsing. So it was a back-to-back like era.
Yeah.
That trash. I mean, I just
think I know.
Damn.
But,
hey,
not Van Helsing. I'll ride with y'all on the Van Helsing.
Hey, look, I would say I got enjoyment out of League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, but let's not forget that movie put Sean Connery into retirement.
Yeah, that did.
No, Sean Connery knew he was retiring. He said, "Let me just do one more goat performance for the kids."
Goofball ass performance.
Holy moly!
It's not good. I'm sorry.
I enjoy it. I love it.
I'm sorry.
But my point is that I don't think you have to take Blade that seriously to really be overthinking this project. That's my point here. You can just make it campy. You can make it fun. You can still make it dark and gory and interesting. But at the end of the day, if we take vampires too seriously and too cool, we lose the plot here.
Yeah, just make the vampires movie. It's not that hard.
So can I ask you guys, especially Illy, you're into all these like classic, like I don't know, what do you call these, like weird action sci-fi films, but
like dark universe monster movies.
Did you like the Underworld films? Because I liked the first one, but it kind of started to lose me with too much of the mythology.
Of course.
But
after part 3, Rise of the Lycans, afterwards we don't talk about it.
But so were you into that though? Because I feel like that's another film that was
raised me.
Okay.
Like Underworld, Van Helsing, League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, later on Penny Dreadful.
I mess with Underworld.
And even like the Wolfman, like Benicio del Toro as the Wolfman, like these are
I like that one.
Really, really, really enjoyed, even though they're not the most perfect movies, but I think like these gothic monster stories kind of lend themselves to being a little bit silly. And to me, that's what makes them charming. Of course, why not?
From
the dead.
Man.
No.
I know.
Mercy.
R.I.P.
One of the greatest movies of our time.
I know. But okay, so we kind of we went off the rails here. But you know what?
That's my solution. I think they just need to really kind of if you spent this much money and time in pre-production for 5 years in this purgatory, you might as well just do something, get it out there and get it done with. Because you've made lesser projects in the meantime. For what?
Yeah, Secret Invasion. We're looking at you, Secret Invasion. I would have rather have gotten Blade than Secret Invasion. They could have waited 5 years for that one.
For sure. There's a couple things we could have asked and taken that money and funneled it into Blade. Now I have seen, and Leo, you tell me here what your thoughts on before we move on to this point. I have seen a little rumors being like Jordan Peele is being eyed for the project. What's your take on that?
Did you say Jordan Peele? I'm sorry, I kind of cut out a little.
I saw on Twitter it's floated around that allegedly Jordan Peele might be the next victim of this.
Oh no, I think that was me just kind of creating a wish tweet where I was like, yeah, I think Jordan Peele could be good for this project because I think Jordan Peele has that horror edge, and I think I will
for sure.
Honestly, you tell me Jordan Peele is working with Mahershala Ali, I'm sold. I'm already like, okay,
yeah.
For sure.
Oh, we're back. No, if they sign that contract, we're back. We're back.
We're back.
I totally agree. I think I was more coming at it like, true or not. Like, is there some kernel of truth, perhaps, or hope that we could have for this happening? Because I would love that.
I don't think so, not right now, currently, but hey, I would be down for that. But yeah, that was just kind of if I could have it, man, I would love it.
So wishful thinking, November 2025, but most likely we will not see Blade until 2026, if ever. So
right, if ever.
Fingers crossed, guys.
You think it'll lose itself to the purgatory?
So sidestepping from one Disney affiliated project to another, Catherine, I should have looked this up. Do you guys know how to say her last name?
No idea.
Lagaya?
Catherine Lagaya has been cast as Moana in the upcoming live-action remake, co-starring, of course, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. She looks great. She looks great, and I think I'm excited to see what the trailer looks like. I don't think the world needs a Moana live-action remake, especially so soon. I mean, Moana's not even that old of a film, guys, but I'm hopeful that this is good, and I think especially for the Polynesian community, like to see a live-action version of this film, it just gives them more things to celebrate their culture, and on that side of it, I'm rooting for it. But we'll see. Illy, what you think about our live-action Moana in the flesh now?
It's an avocado. Thanks. That's how I feel about it. It exists. It's there. I don't find it necessary, especially considering we have Moana 2. Like, the animated movies are still like living in their own universe at the same time. It's not like The Lion King where, it's been 20 years at least or 30. I don't know. It's just strange. Unless they're taking the characters and giving us a new story or something at least substantially new in terms of storytelling with these characters and the lore in this universe, we don't need this. I genuinely think no.
Sorry, so I was reading Mike's other comment, but Rodney was saying he doesn't know if this is needed. I kind of agree. Mike said the world doesn't need the Chicago Bears either. And for context, you guys, he's from Wisconsin. This guy's a Packer fan, so he had his hate for the Bears goes very noticed.
Wow, this is impressive. Wow, yeah, but I see. I agree. I see the analogy. Yeah, I that you know what? Yeah, yes, we will go with that.
The world doesn't need the Kansas City Chiefs either. While we at it, the world doesn't need the Chiefs either. While we're at it.
So Leo, the wheels are turning on this one, man. Are you excited for this remake? And obviously, we don't know much about this new girl yet. But I mean, like, how do you feel about the project?
So I think maybe a hot take here. I think this is one that could possibly work live action.
Yeah,
I think so. Just because, like, I think you incorporate a lot of the Hawaiian culture, and I think there's so much culture you can incorporate in the film. I think it could work. I'm a little worried about The Rock hamming it up as Maui in live action. I'm like, oh no, man. I don't know, man. What we gonna do? The wig routine? They might as well just go ahead and let him stay bald in the movie. Like, we don't really need him flopping around in the wig and all that.
Yeah,
flopping around in that wig.
Now that you mentioned that's gonna be weird because Maui's animated look is very iconic. So
yeah, so I'm like, I don't know. Maybe we could just make Maui bald. I don't know that I need him flopping around in a wig. Because it'll just
Will
look
said,
weird.
I don't
man.
need the hard front Amazon wig
Oh,
on my big
so
screen.
weird. It will look so weird. So maybe we could change that. Maybe we can make a couple changes to, because guys, I thought Cruella was great. I thought
Yeah.
Jungle Book was
It's
great.
very fun.
I thought,
But
I
it's
think
also
there's
a
some-
huge change to the
yeah,
story.
there's some changes that can be made for a Moana one that I think could work. I mean, just like I said, really leaning on the Hawaiian culture of it all, and I think you could really make this work. You're just gonna have to make some changes.
Yeah.
I find it kind of odd that we have Moana 2 coming out around the same time. I think that's a little strange. I think
Yeah.
that could have just stayed a series, maybe. I almost feel like you're clipping the wings a little bit of the live action doing Moana 2 so close. No
Yeah.
Lin-Manuel Miranda on the second one. It just, I don't know, man. I don't know. It's kind of weird.
You know, I love that you brought up the Jungle Book because that's actually my favorite like animated remake from Disney. So, and the Jungle Book worked well because it really expanded on what the animated cartoon didn't, because it actually followed a lot more closely to the book, the original Rudyard Kipling book, especially incorporating the law of the jungle, incorporating like the fact that the elephants are the guardians of the forest. That was awesome, and that wasn't really present in the animated cartoon. So, same thing with Cruella. Cruella kind of just expanded the mythology in its own way, and I think live action versions of films need to do that. They need to separate themselves from the animated films in not completely new ways, but just ways that make it more intriguing and interesting and makes it worthwhile for the audience to see another one. So
Exactly. Make it worth the effort of making this live action version.
yeah. And it was going around Twitter today, but side by side, seeing Simba looking at the stampede and animated, and he's like, and then looking at the live action, he's just dead inside. He's just like looking at the
So
stampede.
dumb, man.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
some things just don't work, you know. But
Yeah,
but you know,
just-
I'm hopeful.
No.
All right, y'all. Did you guys see this one? Because we might have to we have to like move past this one. I haven't watched the trailer yet.
I missed it. I missed the trailer. I totally forgot.
I know, but I love Paddington. He's so great. Can we watch it, Leo, or do we not have time?
Yeah, sure.
Like just throw it up there.
1 second. You know what? I'm sorry. Can we move past this one? Because I think
Yeah, no, we're good. Hey, shouts out Paddington. Paddington 2 is one of the greatest films of all time. Quoted from Pedro Pascal himself.
I'll be bullied on stream, caught live in 4K. Never seen a Paddington movie.
What?
I know.
Whoa, why?
Oh my god!
It has
Flo
this
ain't
is
seen The
active
Boys.
decision in my life.
Emiliana ain't seen Paddington. What is going
Why
on
is it
tonight?
happening? I don't know. It's not an active decision I've made. I'm just.
What's up, Kevin Davis? He's giving
Where
us
is
his
Paddington?
box office
Paddington hasn't been
predictions.
on my screen.
This sounds about right. Deadpool and Wolverine, close to a Billy. Mufasa probably hitting a Billy. That's going to be the death of me.
No, no, I don't think so.
Mike said kick out Illy for not seeing Paddington.
Rude.
But hey, all regards to Paddington fans. We will talk about that some other time. Sony Pictures.
Kick out Illy. Kick Illy out of the stream. Dang.
Sony Pictures acquires Alamo Drafthouse. Let's just touch on this really quickly, guys, because I think it bothers me, but also like I don't know. Some people are saying it's a good thing. I think my whole thing is I hope they don't take away the theater's character or its charm, because they had Terror Tuesdays and I could watch like Creep Show at midnight at Alamo Drafthouse. I hope stuff like that doesn't go away, because what if Sony Pictures only allows like underground Sony films, like we don't get all these cool like independent cinema that we usually get from Alamo. So that's what I'm hoping for. But like Leo, you're a fan of this theater too, man. Do you think this is a good thing or a bad thing?
Oh yeah, this is my favorite theater chain. I think there's some good, some bad. I was told by somebody who is on the inside that they're not going to change their programming, so I heard that's good. I hope they just don't. Jeez,
you're killing it, Tyler. Thank you, sir.
Paddington wouldn't support bullying, but I do, ma'am. Go on ahead and watch them, Paddington.
I am. I will. Damn.
Larry said, "Illy, stop the stream and go watch Paddington."
Man.
So yeah, here's my thing about Alamo Draft House. I think I'm interested to see what happens at this point. I
Yeah.
think there's good and bad to this deal, like in terms of exclusivity and
Yeah.
what does it mean for premieres and where movies will be and rights and those things. But maybe it's going to save Alamo, that's for sure, because Alamo was just filed for some sort of bankruptcy and they closed a bunch of Texas locations.
Oh,
So
I didn't know that.
Yeah, they were sinking. So
Okay,
Sony
so
probably-
Alamo itself needed the saving.
yeah, they
Okay.
needed that. So
Dang, I'll just say I really like that theater. It's my favorite theater in the Bay Area. So
yeah, I heard they're not going to change the programming. So hopefully that'll stay. The Terror Tuesdays and stuff. They said that wasn't going to change.
Okay,
For
cool.
now.
That's the hope.
I was gonna say, Ilya, have you ever been to an Alamo Draft House?
I have. I did once for. No, well, now that I think about it, have I? I've been, but I feel like I went to go see a screening of. I went to go see a screening of Pearl, but I arrived too late, so I didn't end up going to the screening. But I have been to an Alamo, and it's lovely. I think it's a lovely time. It reminds me of. It's kind of like a more characteristic version of like what we have here is like a VIP cinema, with everything, with the nice leather chairs and yada yada yada. I love that. I love a bougie theater. I'm not really cheering on vertical integration in this capitalist society, but unfortunately, if Alamo as a theater chain, because it's to me at least, I think it's more of a luxury to go to an Alamo versus like, your run of the mill AMC. It's definitely a more premium experience for going to see movies. So if it needed the saving, hopefully Sony could keep it afloat without sacrificing that programming that we love and the way that it platforms other movies that maybe an AMC won't be distributing as easily. So definitely, they're obviously going to take advantage of that exclusivity channel of distribution for their movies in some way, shape, or form. Maybe not in a way that is perhaps the most beneficial to theater owners, but we'll see how it goes. We'll see where the meter falls on that scale. But at the very least, the physical movie theater is surviving. And I think that's a positive that we can look forward to.
I was gonna say, if we get Morbius at midnight every day, but we still keep everything else, go ahead, Sony.
You're like, my bedtime is at 11:30.
If there's like a Sony Marvel without Spider-Man universe day of the week, sure, go ahead, Sony, but don't touch the other stuff.
Yeah. I don't know. I love when they A24 throws us a little press screening at an Alamo. That's the fun part.
Yeah, those are
heck yeah. No, and also they have great food. Delicious full menu.
I've been told. I haven't tried the food yet, but I have been told very good things. So
that's low overpriced for the serving size.
I can assume.
I was gonna say that chicken sandwich is pretty hefty, man. Or the Royale with cheese. You didn't have the Royale with cheese?
No, they'd be like about this big, Ileana.
Man, maybe it's a California thing.
It's a little Royale.
I need this to be a sandwich about this big. Them little sandwiches.
They're charging. Oh,
okay, maybe that's a Colorado thing because
them California ones the same.
Maybe it's that.
Itty bitty sandwich.
It depends on the theater. Depends on
anyways,
who's feeling generous.
All right, guys, let's bring it home. I think this is really cool, guys. I didn't even put a caption for it, but I just wanted to show everybody the actual. They're releasing this. Netflix is releasing an open casting for Avatar: The Last Airbenders next season. Of course, Toph. They're actually looking for anybody that has like impaired vision or anybody that's blind, and I think that's really cool. Kind of just opening it up for anybody like that has a dream to be this character. I think this is fun, and I hope that I'm sure there's gonna be thousands and thousands of people trying out, and I just hope that they really nail whoever it is going to be. How'd you feel about when you saw this, Leo?
I'm really feeling good about Toph, man. Like, I think they're going to take this next season take what we said about the first season and improve, I think Netflix might be moving in the right direction. Off my baby. I think I'm a little, and I'll say this: I'm a little concerned. I just want the blind actress to be safe. That's all. Like, just make sure she stays safe.
Yeah.
That's all. That's the only thing I'm worried about here. Is like, I'm like, okay, just keep this young actress safe, y'all. That's all. I think the one that they did the video with, y'all seen that stunt video? I think she might be partially blind, if I'm not mistaken. So
I'm not sure about that one.
Yeah, I don't know about if she's blind or partially mid to late teens.
I actually agree with Mike. He said mid to late teens scares me. She should not be 19. No, I was gonna say, isn't she like 12 when they meet her?
Yeah, she's like 13? A child, bro.
Yeah, like
it's kind of like how Hollywood treats ages. Like a 19-year-old is a Hollywood 12.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, that's true. That's why you always see people in their 30s playing high school students.
I was gonna say, I would say our Aang is great. I would rather like a Toph to be around that age, you know.
Sure.
He's gonna be. I mean, well, guys, he's probably gonna be an adult by the time
how old is he?
This kid,
he looks great.
I'm the last Airbender. Like,
I mean, look at Nicola. She's 37 playing a 20-year-old, and I believe it.
Who?
Hold on. Nicola, the girl from Bridgerton. She plays the really, really young girl. She is 37.
See, this.
Ile is still talking about Bridgerton. We have moved on, my dear.
I'm trying to find this damn kid's freaking.
What's that one show with the mom and Jenny in Georgia? Aren't those actresses close in age?
Wait, what?
They are really close, dude.
Jenny and Georgia, the mom and the daughter. I think the ages between the two of those actresses is like 5 years, and they got the daughter, Jenny and Georgia.
What is that?
It's the Netflix show. You know Jenny and Georgia. About the little family, whatever.
He does not know Jenny and Georgia.
Look up Jenny and Georgia and see the mom and the daughter next to each other, and you'd be like, I thought they were sisters, bro. I'm just being honest. Because the actresses are like 5 years of age apart. And they got like what?
Oh, okay.
I think Jenny is like 28 years old. She's playing.
Apparently, it's a crime against humanity, is what that show is.
That's what I'm saying, Mike. I'm like, Jenny and Georgia. Jenny is like 30 years old. They got her playing 15-year-old. I'm like, the mom and the mom is like 33 and she's playing her mom.
Look, Aang, the actor for Aang is 14. So by the time the next season comes out, this dude is going to be like 16, 17 at this point.
Yeah.
I know. Yeah, he's about to hit that puberty because his voice is really good right now.
Yeah. But
he's going to be like, hey, Katara.
What up, Katara?
Oh, Lord. Good Lord. Man, it's kind of like Walter Scoville, who plays Percy Jackson. You know, he was going through puberty through season 1. Exactly.
Yeah, Percy Jackson, all
prime
tall.
example. Yep.
Laughs at Riverdale.
I just hope with Toph, I think it is awesome that they're opening this role to people who actually have impaired vision and actually have this disability. Yeah. Because disabled roles and disabled actors don't have, like, they barely have any opportunities in the industry. So opening up this opportunity, I think, is fantastic. But like you said, Leo, it doesn't matter if you give that access if you're not actually reasonably accommodating this person for this with this disability. Like, if you're not making a safe, accommodating environment, like, what are we doing?
No, absolutely. And also, I think because we all had our things to say about the first season, I hope that they really work out the kinks and write her well too, because if they go through all this trouble and they write her in a manner that's not consistent with the Toph that we know, like, we're gonna riot. So
yeah. Katara's already just a sinking boat, but we'll work with it. I hope that they take the criticisms in a positive way, in a constructive manner, and give us something that's actually, of substance. Because I really do like how it looks, like the special effects in those episodes, like we went through it, like it looks good.
Surely Netflix has seen our stream So they're listening.
Of course.
Surely.
Mr.
Surely.
Nat is in the chat right now. Pull it up.
Oh man. All right, guys. Wonderful stream yet again. We're gonna go to low. Let the people know where they can find you. What you got coming up, my friend?
Y'all can follow me on Twitter and Letterboxd. Oh, I did it wrong again. At Marcellus Durden. I'm a proud editor, critiker. Well, wow. Woo! End of the stream. Proud critic and writer for the Cinema Spot. Follow us on all socials at thecinemasspot.com. Our team is hard at work covering Tribeca. I'll be honest, I haven't been able to participate as much as I wanted to, but there's actually a bunch of great reviews from our team over on thecinemasspot.com. We're covering the Tribeca New York Film Festival right now. I'm working on a couple of reviews. I'm totally swamped right now with work and other things, but I will get them out. Please check out my Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes review that's out. And also I have one for Furiosa that I will drop when it drops on streaming. Check us out at thecinemasspot.com.
All right, Ileana, where can the people find you and what you got coming up?
You can find me at Captain Melendez on Twitter, Instagram, and Letterboxd. And right back here every Sunday night on Geekly Goods Live. You can also stay tuned and follow the Puerto Rico Critics Association. We got some fun stuff coming up. We have a new team coming out, and I'm really, really, really excited for what we have coming soon. So stay tuned.
Y'all stay tuned. We got some good stuff coming up. Lo, you got me cracking up, man.
I know, man. I crashed into a wall, bro. There was no reversing. I was like...
See, this is why stunt guys are so important in this industry.
Yes.
They deserve recognition.
Oh, by the way, wait. Hey, Leo, I forgot one. Stay tuned for Throwback Theater on this channel. We had our first episode 3 nights ago. Yes. On this channel, we're going to have Throwback Theater 2 Thursdays out of the month. We're going to take a look back at some classic cinema, that a retrospective on a film that brought us to today or is linked to a film that's coming out. It's an awesome new show. Please check it out. I can't wait to do more.
Yes, stay tuned, y'all, on the channel for Throwback Theater. Then you can come on over to the main channel. Have a review up for Inside Out 2 on why I love the film. So check that video out, as well as we've got A Quiet Place coming up. We've got so much coming up, y'all, and more Marvel news. So stay tuned on the main channel, and then come on back here, same time, same place next week, y'all. And we'll see you next time on Geekly Goods.